Right, what's going on, y'all? So, we're on the East Coast map in a Barracuda. I'm about to reveal the strategy. Not already strategy, but what you gotta do to kind of get any car to really put down a decent time on the street. Anyway, here we go. I'll chime in. My biggest things are like not really so much the power, is getting the tire size. Once you got the right tire on there, you pretty much could get whatever you want on the street. So I'm about to start with that motor. I'm gonna try that motor. I'm not gonna change much about it. I'm gonna do that. I'm taking the nitrous off. I used to do nitrous heavy. Now I mostly do like turbo cars. 56. We got a Lenko and a Power Glide. I'm gonna see a 350. Trans play a big part in it too, like of the ability you could get out of it. Let's see a trans is. Definitely start that. Not what I'm looking for. Let's take this one. I never seen this before, but let's see what it is. Alright, so far we got a decent adjustable time. We could put that one in there. Alright. Let's not do this then, because it's messing up that. Not saying we might need a timing. I don't think we will. Alright, so we got that out of the way. Springs, do a 9-inch. We could do welded diff. Nope. We could just do limited slip. We don't really need too much. Whatever, that's whatever. Can we get rallies? Yes, we can. This is not. I'm not gonna do like the total extreme. I'm just gonna do like what's necessary, the bare minimum. I could probably get away with a 15. That's just a lot of tire to tuck under a stop body car. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna do a 12 instead. Alright, this is the very important part. Hold on. Let me pick up wheel. Look at the center lines. I think it will came on center lines. I'm not sure. Everything else I'm putting on is extra. You don't really. This is a necessity. But this part, Street R2, definitely need that type of tire if you're gonna do what I'm about to do. Alright. Alright, so we got that situated. Let's do the front. I like when my car is wheelie, but I don't like to tune around the wheelie all the time. So I like to set the chassis up in a way that not really tripping. got that out the way. Got the wheels and tire package out the way. Alright, see. Trunk fuel cell. Not a necessity, but I wanna have everything. Alright, so we got that. The next part I'm gonna do is slap a turbo on it. You could use the turbo to kind of gauge where you want the power to come in. Yeah. Since we kind of hooked up, let's just spank tires off here. Now we just gotta. I'm gonna leave everything stock for right now, except for this. And then I'm gonna do 82 man. We'll do 12 pounds. Alright, that should be good. So now we got the getting out the business necessities out. Alright, now just try to fix the fitment and then we make a pass. Let's start off with the lightest I can be here. See if we get how much traction we got. Gearing, start off here. How high could we rev it? I'm gonna leave the suspension alone for right now, but I'm gonna change just a few things. I'm gonna leave the front alone, but I'm gonna change the rears. I think I might need more boost. Start off as light as I can be. 32. I'm gonna try to tuck the tires. Alright, we tucked up under there. Alright. The only thing I'm not sure about right now is the gearing. I think I want a little bit more power, but might be able to get that out of the block or with the Alright, off rip, we got too much traction. adjustments. I don't think we need so much of the tire pressure, but we could do that. I would think we need a trunk cell. To be honest, I thought we was gonna spin or I don't think we need it to be the highest point. I'm gonna change the block real quick. I wanna see if I can get to the horse. Yep, that's all I need. Cast iron though? A billet? 1,000, I don't know. Cast aluminum. You could use that though. Some out of the suspension up front. Yeah, shift and a rebound. We don't need all of that. A little more height on there. Alright, let's try this. So we had a 5/8 spinning. Throw a little bit in it, a little bit more. Alright, so that was 5-1. We still not hitting I think the power might be a little bit too much. I think it might be blowing to the converter. Hold on. Let me see the turbo again. I might take it off for 12 pounds. Stock. How much you make stock? I think that might be better, huh? tad bit more. A tad bit more on the back tires. Almost four is on the street. So that's the little recipe, like kind of understanding the power. I remember before when I first started this shit, I used to be struggling with converter. There's fours on the street. I could loosen it up a little bit to try to get it to Papa Wheelie. Make one change real quick. I'm gonna loosen up the chassis a little bit and then try to see if we could get it. Kind of want to go back. I thought I missed with the gearing, but it was spot on, really. Dead hooked. We might need a little bit of boost to try to, or we could do this. Since we know it's working now, right? We could add some time into it and really manipulate the graph to get it to where we need power versus where we don't need power. So I'm gonna put a ton down low. The goal is to try to get it spin. If I could get it to spin, then I'll dial it back a little bit. But I need to spin first. Alright. 330 was good. The 8th was great. We could get it to leave a little better. 60 foot not the best. Still think we could turn it up some more. I think I'm still kind of too hooked up, so I'm gonna turn it up and loosen it up just a tad bit. We could probably do this on. Let me not. Why not? Force more into it. Force more into it. I'm ramping it in, but at the same time, not the best surface to be doing this, but the 60 foot was better. The 330 came down and the 8th went better. I'm trying to get it to pull harder up top, but maybe if I hold on. Uh, 4.7 on the street, I guess. It could go faster because, as you can see, wheels all over the road. So that was a 60 foot a 3.0, a 1.30, and then a 330 we did a 3.2. Then to the 8th we did a 4.7 just by turning up the boost a little bit. And that's all I got, bro. Wheels, tires, turbo, and you could kind of get whatever time you want to get on the street, just with the right tire though, because when you start to get into them stiff wall tires, if you do it on track, use stiff wall. If you're on the street, do the street R2. And that's all I got. Quick little build for y'all. Hopefully this was nice and sweet and got straight to the point. Cool little Barracuda by Crash. Interior and exterior. Yeah, you wouldn't think it'd be doing 4s on the street for what it is, but just a small little tweak to the horsepower and we was able to get it a 4.7. Peace.